I wanna be called your friend, follow these laws and commandments and endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend, loving my neighbor as myself and endure to the end.
Yeah, I wanna be called your friend, F-R-I-E-N-D. Man, I don't wanna fry in the end. Staying loyal to them scriptures, like this an image, no Instagram picture. Third generation purity, I cannot deal with the mixture. Yeah. Devil outside trying to nitpick folks. In the lament like a chick flick, time on the clock doing tick tick, folks on time for a Glock, let it click, stayed in the spirit, Lord don't know what I don't wanna hear it, that famine, them folks when I bury it, stack up my treasures in heaven, I'm good with my mirrors, turn the page, nations trying to surf, but they can't ride the wave, all up in the picture, don't even know the flav, edifying elders, I was just a babe, cause Israel is his favor, alright, get it, favorite, alright, don't get left, better stay on right, I was going down the left road, had to change the right, praise the Abba, made me a survivor, now I follow the Messiah on the right hand of the Father, yeah.
I wanna be called your friend, follow these laws and commandments and endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend, loving my neighbor as myself and endure to the end. Endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend. I wanna apologize for the sins I've done in ignorance. I pray that you see my repentance and my remission. Cause walking in your ways is the true mission. I'm no longer focused on social media likes and mentions. I'm trying to be in your lights, not to mention. You shaped my mind to a higher dimension and gave me this melanated skin just to glisten. You want us to pay attention, ironically it don't cost. You showed me what true love was, and that's keeping your laws. Looking back how far I came, I was so lost. The wages of sin is death, and you love me so much that you was willing to pay that cost. Pay that cost. Pay that cost. I wanna be called your friend, follow these laws and commandments and endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend, loving my neighbor as myself and endure to the end. Endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend. I wanna be called your friend. Follow these laws and commandments and endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend, loving my neighbor as myself and endure to the end. Endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend.
This is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 14. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Alright, so this is what we gotta do, Israel. You already know what's going on, man. We gotta keep the law, statutes, and commandments, baby. You know what I mean? Have faith and keep the law. You'll be considered friends.
I wanna be called your friend, follow these laws and commandments and endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend, loving my neighbor as myself and endure to the end. Endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend. I wanna be called your friend. Follow these laws and commandments and endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend, loving my neighbor as myself and endure to the end. Endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end, endure to the end. I wanna be called your friend.
Scotty C got this one. Put this blood on your doorpost, we about to get redeemed. Take this thing, walk like Christ, put these shoes on your feet. It's the Father Passover, make sure Christ in me. One hand of greed is like the thing, you that's that light indeed. This blood in your life, so we gon' get eternal. Keep on crying, he sending pledge, how that mean he heard you. When you stay on this narrow, they gon' try to carry you. Bear this burden, put your cross out, but we gon' serve you. That blood atoning for all sins, fight this good fight. Without that blood, ain't no remission, no this book right. How he did us out of Egypt, Romans 5 and 9. Now that blood, the only reason why we took flight. Eat that flesh, drink his blood, put that life in you. Eat this man to drink this water, you got Christ in you. When you follow the king, they put that life in you. We sacrifice, take a loss, and hope they might win you. By his blood, we get into his presence. The high priest at the door in the heavens. We gon' follow the shepherd, ain't no neglect. From heaven gates got our name like we cabin. We want your spirit to enter these temples. I want your ruach to hit me like cymbals. All by your blood, we felt your love. Abba, don't leave us, we can't get enough.
It's his blood that's preventing this nature from going straight from Genesis to Revelation. He showed the way. You ain't gotta lose every temptation that come your way. If you sin, then repent, then facing another day. I could feel his eyes on me, the evil thing that I'm praying. I ain't never claimed to be perfect, but let me say, I will overcome. I'm saying this with my faith, and I'm supposed to be here. My existence ain't no mistake. Okay, prayer be our weapon now. Trying to go that extra mile. Gotta keep that hedge around. We big dogs stepping out. Tic-tac-toes on my demons had to X them out. Money this, money that. Don't let money stress you out. Your bread might decrease when you finally take the leaven out. Punchline so plush. Christ is the only plug. His death showed you love, then he rose, now we trust. Sin can't hold his cuss.
Scotty C got this one.
What you got going on, man?
Shout out to the producers on this beat. NC.
Yo, Nick, pass, make it
I came in the truth and I keep it 100. They Tony ain't nothing to play with. I work for your how in the sun, yeah, how it shine with no fakeness. All praises to the Most High, keep it sacred. King James 16:11, dog ain't no debating. I be talking that talk with the Bible. This other doctor be idle. This information so vital. Best meditate in this Bible. I'm for real. As I told you, gotta show devotion. Keep the Sabbath and them holy days and make a token. Love the Lord with all your heart without no hesitation. Cause when he died for our sins, he died for our nation. I rock to the beat, we got a lost sheep of the house of Israel. Matthew 15:24, homie, take a chill pill. Just know we are the Israelites. Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah to my Israelites. From Yasharallah to my Israelites. Yahweh said he coming. 1 Thessalonians 13:11, waking up, that's in Romans. Knowing that the times now is high times to wake up. Salvation is walk in my face and we thought that the prophet was walking with Moses, yo. Who let part in the sin? He led us to freedom because that was the only way we could go. So unbelievable. How can I deal with the rest of these curses? Let's see who these curses apply to. To determine the origin, lineage, nation, the pedigree, get the real Jews. And split a seed with the real Jews. Do the remedy to the real truth. With Revelations 1 and 3. Just know we are the Israelites. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah to my Israelites. Kwam Yasharala to my Israelites. Just know we are the Israelites. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah to my Israelites. Kwam Yasharala to my Israelites. Israelites. Yeah. Israelites. Yeah, Israelites, yeah. Yasharala to my Israelites.
They want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that white people think they're better than others?
I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing, "We shall overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama, and I can say you, because you're part of the whole system, you profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, "Now we're going to give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, and old Jesus be among us." As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. So you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, we'd be in charge tomorrow.
I was made in the image of Yahweh. My spirit Marvin Gaye, heart pump with black power. Way before the days when he tore down the towers. I ain't talking 9/11, Nimrod had the power. That was Shinar. Before that we had the showers. Before Adam got deceived, he said the world was ours. Lost it in a second, cause we bite and we devour. Was given all of the earth and we don't even say the water. Gave us Messiah and we don't even say our Father. We walk down in heaven so our burdens getting harder. Word to the turbans on our L with the Taurus, no capping, that's a rap. Yahweh Shai, he died for us. Mamas cried for us, daddies did their best if they survived the whole time. The mice, they lied to us. Synagogue of Shaitan on my body and my mind. My soul for Yahweh, my purpose is aligned. This little light of mine running dim, but it shines. The majors of Shaitan pulling at me, but I climb. You're looking at divine, most merciful and beneficent. The sun, moon, and stars, the creator of the firmament. That's why I stay marching to Zion, it's like the tournament. The rounds getting harder, but I still walk the waters. Euphrates and the Nile, the Mississippi River come to me. I will walk across the currents with a smile. That's faith over trials. I still hear Marianne, my grandmother, telling me I was special as a child, but I was in denial. The killers and the crack addicts made it hard to smile. She know I would repent but keep my drug dealer style. Several gold chains, you can see them from a mile. I'm wild effervescent. I'm proof you can grow through your trials and your lessons, your curses and your blessings if you seek his acceptance.
I need the I need thee.
Ya Baraka, Ya Baraka, Yahweh, Yahweh, Waya Shamaka, Waya Shamaka, Yahweh, 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 Hanyawa Al Yak, Hanyawa Al Yak, Waya Khanka, Waya Khanka, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yasha Yahweh, Yasha Yahweh, Hanyawa Al Yak, Hanyawa Al Yak, Waya Sham, Waya Sham, Laka Shalom, Laka Shalom, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah, Barak Rapah, Barak Rapah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah, Barak Rapah, Barak Rapah, Yasha Allah, Yasha Allah.
Shalom, 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 Israel. I was giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Mashiach like Yahweh Shai. Hey, Yeremiah, I sent you the, oh, okay, you got it. Shai, man, all praise to the Most High, man. And we're back at it with another commandment class, man. My name is Aria.
Tazawan.
I ain't hear you, Yeremiah.
I don't even see him on here, King.
Oh, I'm sorry, Salaki, I ain't putting
Yeah.
that. I'm sorry, King. I
You
got
all
you now.
right?
Oh, look at that APC. Oh, look at
Oh,
that guy.
snap.
You know, watch
Oh,
Judah,
cool.
man.
I remember he was talking about that a couple of days ago from Lamech. Yo, I gotta get one from that brother too, man. All praise to the Most High.
Shalom, bros.
Hey, Shalom, King. Shabbat Shalom. Ashar, Shabbat Shalom.
Yo, and we just want to, you know what I'm saying, ask that Israel send our prayers to the brother, man. The brother right now is going through some dire times with his family, man. So praises that
Okay.
I actually was supposed to be down there in Alabama, Atlanta today, bringing up the
Word.
word of God for the Soldier of Yahweh chapter in Atlanta, Alabama. But all praise to the Most High, man. The Most High didn't see fit, but Most High willing, next week, and I'm down there, man. So all
Hey,
praise.
I appreciate y'all, man. You know, um,
Anything?
Sorry, King. Sorry, King. We love you, bro. We are throwing up prayers, brother. Throwing up prayers, bro. No, man.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, King. Yeah, go ahead, King.
Man, so all praises, man. Hey, get my opening precept, man.
Con.
Right. Let me see. Let me get the book Isaiah 5 and let me get the book Isaiah 1 and 20.
1 and 20?
1 and 22.
1 and
Actually
22?
chapter 122.
Chapter 1, verse 22?
Chapter 122.
Oh, chapter 122?
Yep.
You mean songs, right?
Mm-hmm. Chapter
Okay,
122.
Con. I thought you said Isaiah first. 122 and what?
We're gonna start from the top, man.
All right. This is the book of Songs, chapter 122 and verse 1.
Right?
I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord.
Hey, and that's one thing right now, because he said where two or three are gathered, you're the most high in the midst. So this is the house of the Lord right now. So hey, we glad when the Lord say come and come into the house of the Lord. Keep going.
Verse 2. Our feet shall stand within thy gates,
Right?
O Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together.
And right, so and we are Jerusalem. The people of Israel are the city of Jerusalem, man. So right now, our brother we got to be compact as a city together, man. He says, because two are better than one, and the fold cord is hard to break. Right, keep going.
Verse 4. Whether the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, unto the testimony of Israel, to give thanks unto the name of the Lord.
We got to go up, man. No matter what we going through, no matter how hard times get, we got to always go up, man. And we got to give thanks to the Lord, man. No matter what. He said, what did it say in the curses, bro? Deuteronomy 28, man. He literally says, in the want of all things, brother.
Yep.
If it's good things, bad things, middle things, halfway, brother, we got to give thanks to Yahweh our power, man. Keep going.
Verse 5. For there are set thrones of judgment.
Right, so the Most High gonna set judgment, though. Sometimes it don't feel good. Sometimes it be our loved ones getting in the way of that judgment. Sometimes we in the way of that judgment. But whichever way, the Most High set that judgment, man. Go ahead.
The thrones of the house of David, pray for the peace of Jerusalem.
What did he say?
Pray.
No, start with the throne.
Verse 5. For there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David.
Right, that's Israel. Go ahead.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem.
So us on the thrones, we got to pay for the peace of Jerusalem, brother. For Israel, we got to pray for the peace. Right, go ahead.
They shall prosper that love thee.
So the Most High said, those that love thee, no matter what you pray for, it's gonna prosper, bro. Go ahead.
Verse 8. No, Slocky, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Peace be within thy walls.
We praying for peace being within Brother Jeremiah walls for what?
And prosperity within thy palace.
Right.
For my brethren and companions' sakes.
Right.
I will now say, peace be within thee.
And I say, peace be with all y'all brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace be with my brothers, man. We know that this wicked kingdom, man, is not nice to Israel. But I pray that the Most High allows peace to be within us, man. Go ahead, King.
Because of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek thy good.
And we will seek the law, man. Right? So I yield. Y'all go ahead, bring y'all opening.
I got can somebody give me Sirach 2 and 1 on down?
Come on, bro. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation.
That's it first and foremost. We leaders of this nation, our nation, you know, the men, the Most High calls us men first. He's the one he's dealing with. We the ones with all the knowledge on this earth, bro. We the ones that he set apart to lead all nations, not only our own nation, but all nations, right? To be leaders on this earth, right? But you have to set your soul prepare your soul for temptation. There's going to be trials and tribulation for every Israelite man and woman and child, man. Right? Because you could read that in Sirach 40 and 1. Keep going on that, King.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
You gotta constantly endure. You gotta constantly endure with poverty, pain, suffering, sorrow, right? Trial and tribulation for every man. You gotta set your heart aright and constantly endure. You might lose your job. All your family members might not deal with you anymore. You got death in the family. You got you know, you may not have no money. You might be constantly broke all the time. You get what I'm saying? But you got to constantly endure that. Keep going.
Verse 3. Constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 3. Cleave unto him.
Do what?
Cleave unto him.
You got to cleave onto the Most High. You got to cleave onto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's what I was teaching last night, man. Like, yo, we don't never want to cleave onto him. We always go to our own understanding as a people, as a nation. And it ain't get us nowhere, right? Keep going.
It says, cleave unto him and depart not away.
Right.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
You're going to be increased at the last end, man. All the trials and tribulation you going through, and you stuck with it, you never gave up on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you're going to be increased, right? Keep going.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee,
Mm-hmm.
take cheerfully.
Take it what?
Take cheerfully.
Hey, yo, we all struggle at that point. We all get that, damn, brother, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. You know what I'm saying? But yet we all need to work on taking it cheerfully, man. Like I got test for myself, man. I tell you all the time, Aria, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. And bro, what you always tell me, don't give up. Your work is not in vain. You know what I'm saying? Those are the words of encouragement, bro. Because we are seeking the laws in our inward thoughts, the dominion over the other nations, right? Rulership. We seeking so many different things. And yeah, it comes to that 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and the last verse. We might not see it now because we're not really using our spiritual our powers, our spiritual powers, the things that are spiritual, right? You can't see them things. You get what I'm saying? But keep going on that, King.
It's the book of Sirach 2 and verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Hey, yo, man, we all literally have to pray on patience, man. Because we all being changed to a low state. Brothers lose their vehicle. They lose their cattle, right? Now you down and out. Now you got to rely on your brother to come and pick you up. A lot of brothers got pride in themselves, man. I used to have it too. I can attest to that, bro. I ain't never want to call y'all brothers for nothing. But I knew that, bro, if I call Ariel, he coming to get me. Bro, I need to come. I need to ride camp. You know what I'm saying? You got to lean on your brothers. I go to brother Jeremiah, man. Hey, brother, can you spot me $20 for the week until I get paid? Pay you back. You know what I'm saying? You gotta lean on your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Come on, keep going.
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire.
The gold is tried in the fire. He getting all the pyramid, all the particles in you. You know what I'm saying? All the sin that's in you, the iniquity. He's putting you in the fire, right? Keep going.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
The furnace of adversity, brother. Our nation deal with adversity every single day. At every moment, we dealing with adversity. Adversity is hardship, like hard times, man. You lose a fat tire, like your wife leave you. You're dealing with lusting over women, lusting over men. You know what I'm saying? The lust of this world. We deal with adversity all the time, and you just can't get up and just say I'm not dealing with it anymore. That's giving up on the Lord. You get what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 6. Believe in him.
You got to believe in the Most High and Yahweh Shai. You got to actually believe in them. But a lot of people don't believe in them, King. Keep going.
At all.
At all.
And he will help thee.
And he will help thee. And I yield on that, man. He will help the Most High will help you. If you believe in him and keep his commandments, he will definitely help you out. And I yield on that.
I got to open the precept.
Nah, King, I'm gonna let you go ahead, King. I would just want to, give my love to the brother Jeremiah, and you know what I mean, because I can imagine, something like that, man. Especially my sister, like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying. I feel for you, brother, because when you hurt, we all hurt out. So, just want to tell you that we love you, King.
I appreciate that. I love y'all too, bro. I'm wearing that, Aria. I just need to listen, King.
All right, con. Hey, I'm gonna bring this precept out because brother brought it out and it really was on my spirit. Sirach 40 and verse 1. Right? It's the book of Sirach.
I got you, King. I got you, King. Slocky.
You brought it out, brother. I gotta bring it out.
Bro, yeah, bro. I've
been meditating on this spirit all week, bro.
Yeah, King. Yes, King. And shout out to brother Yahweh, because I didn't know it until Ariel taught me it. And then Yahweh, and that's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It goes past the brother to brother. If you don't join with your brother, how would you know anything?
And that's why he said, forsake not the assembly.
Lucky.
Brother Yahweh, go on.
No. He was just talking about fires. That's where he learned it from.
Yeah, I'm learning from all you brothers. I learned a lot from Hashaya, you, Jeremiah, you, Ariah, Sharshal, all brothers. Any brother that I come across, the brother's teaching me a new precept that I meditate on and apply to my arsenal. You know what I'm saying? So, You know,
Oh, go ahead,
yeah,
guys.
no, and you know, it's just for like our edification purposes for our people to understand that, like bro said, if you forsake the assembly, that's the holy assembly, you're never gonna learn anything. You're just gonna have your own understanding because you just
Absolutely.
lean onto that. That's Proverbs 3 and 5 on down. So this is the book of you had something to say, King Salaki. My bad.
No, and I just wanted to say that, you know, I was going through it this week. You know, I had a rough week, man. I called out to my brothers, let them know, man, I was going through it, man. So that's why I said I was meditating on this precept. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 1. Great travail is created for every man.
No, just for some men.
Great travail is created for every man.
So if you think that you're going to come in this truth and everything is going to be hunky-dory, just like the brother brought in Sirach 2, great travail is created for every last one of us. You're not exempt of the great travail. Keep going, King.
And heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam.
Yoke is what you pull the actual plow with, man. So he said a heavy one, not just a regular one, a heavy one is on the sons of Adam. Go ahead, bro.
From the day that they go out of their mother's womb.
That's how you know it's us, because other nations, they get grown with a silver spoon in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? They go through nothing. They got cars. They got all houses, everything.
That's right, King.
Every so-called Black, Latino, Native American go through that thing, man. Right? Keep going, King.
And King, to go off what you just said, that's that Proverbs you bring out, or is Ecclesiastes of don't envy the oppressor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yup.
And don't follow none of his ways.
Follow none and want none of his ways. We say envy not the oppressor.
Yeah.
Choose none of his ways. That's what it says. And choose none of his ways.
King. Right. Absolutely right. And it says, to the day that they return to the mother of all things.
To the day that you return to the mother of all things. So just understand, don't get comfortable. Israel, don't get comfortable, man.
Nah.
Like my lesson today, right before this class, was the darkness and the light, man. Because we'll get comfortable back with the flesh, with the things of the flesh, right? Being the dark, and you get comfortable, and you'll find yourself back in that old rhythm and roll. So I'm just telling you, man, don't get comfortable with this place.
That's always
right. Hey, King, did you bring out on your lesson, right? I was just thinking, because I just started thinking about your lesson, right? What was it? Blessed a minute. Psalms 1 and 1 through 6. Did you bring that out in your lesson? Bring that out real quick, King, because I wanted to hit. Yeah, I meant to put that up. That's mighty. It just came to me right now. This right here.
Right.
Book of Psalms, chapter 1 and verse 1, and it reads, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in his law doeth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper."
And you can keep going down, but like like the brother, because I remember when you was bringing out Colossians, the Most High tell us, I think it's Colossians or Corinthians, when they talk about be not with the sinners or whatever, unrighteous. Like how can you walk? You can't walk. Hey man, you can't walk together with those. I wanted to bring that out, but I just had to bring that out in general. But yeah, King, I actually wanted to bring that out when you was doing that because that was a mighty lesson to saying. Yeah, I'm about to do one too, man, on Romans 9. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go on.
So our praises, man. So hey, without further ado, hey, let's go down to the comments, man. Hey, all praise, honor, and glory to that brother Yahushua, man, the Lion of Judah.
Brother, Shalom, King.
Shalom.
Brother.
Hey, brother, hit me up.
Yeah, Khan. For everybody don't know, man, that's one of the brothers that actually was a founder of this family, man. So all praises to the Most High, man. Right? All praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The brother made it on, man. He said, send me the link. I need to be on that thing, man, doing the work, man. All praises, man. Love you,
So I
bro.
like to see, man.
That's
All
yeah.
praise to Sister Javier, man. All praises to the Most High.
Shalom, sis.
Shalom, sister.
And all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, the brother Zaman, man. All praises to that brother,
All
man.
praises.
Take care of his family, man.
Ah,
All praise and praise to Sister Naomi.
Oh, my ribs. Shalom.
shalom.
Shai, the house of Shia, man.
Shalom.
Done.
All praises, man. So, hey, let's get to it. We're in the ritual purity and impurity section, right? Commandment 561. Imagine that. We only got another 70, 60, about 40 some commandments, man.
Ooh.
Right? Actually, like 52 to be honest, 613. So, Commandment 561. It says that 8 species of creeping things defile by contact. Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 24. Leviticus 11 and 24. So these 8 species of creepy things
You need
defile by contact.
you you reading or you need a reader?
Oh, you can read, King, if you want to.
What it is, Leviticus what?
11 and 24. And these actually, hey, Shalom, brother Naziar. Shabbat
Shalom,
Shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom, Mazda.
Elder down there, man. Down there
Ah,
in the Alabama, Atlanta division, man. All praise to the Most High.
This is the
Right?
book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse number 24. And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until the even.
So if these get killed, right, you'll be unclean to the even. Go ahead, King.
Con. And whosoever beareth out of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean unto the even.
Go ahead.
The carcasses of every beast which divideth the hoof and is not cloven footed, nor cheweth the cud, so, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Every one that touches them shall be unclean.
So everybody that touched them that's dead, be unclean. Go ahead.
And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean unto you. Whoso toucheth their carcass shall be unclean unto the even.
So them be unclean. Go ahead, King.
And he that buried the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean unto the even. They are unclean unto you.
Go ahead.
Verse 29. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel and the mouse and the tortoise after his kind,
Right.
and the ferret and the chameleon and the lizard and the snail and the mole. These are unclean to you among all that creep.
Right.
Whosoever doeth touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean unto the even.
Shall be unclean until the evening, man. So, hey, you touch that carcass, hey, it's over for thou. Right. So, Commandment 562.
Salakia, we always focus on the pig, right? Hey, man,
Yep.
there's so much other stuff that we can't eat, man, and we can't deal with.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, the stuff don't come up, man.
Don't.
You know what I mean? Hey, you're not supposed to be eating no ferret, man. No chameleon, no lizard, no snail, no mole.
hey,
You know what I mean?
and to touch on that, Jake would justify that if whatever the unclean animal eat, no, the clean animal, whatever clean animal we can eat, Jake will try to say, well, if the unclean animal eat the same thing, it's okay. Yo, Aria, bro, I cannot make this up to you, bro. Like the Jake got my job, bro, the 5%er, bro. Like dude was just trying to say, oh, if the horse eat what the cow eat, it's okay to eat the horse.
Dang.
I said, yo, bro, where in the Bible that the Most High said
What
eat a
scripture
horse?
is that?
What scripture is that, bro?
What scripture is that?
Our people are so ignorant, bro, and I yield.
Come, man. And
Bro,
that's the thing. Go ahead, you got it, King.
did y'all see Moab? They put it on social media. Well, Moab has made the stomach of the cow a delicacy now. Where they when
Oh,
they
they been
kill it,
doing that.
Yeah, where they kill the cow and they take the part of the stomach where the cow ship,
The
The stuff
lining.
that it broke down.
yeah, that he cleansed the food with before he
Yeah.
before he eat it. He
Yeah.
go through the cleansing process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
So
take that they
go. You got
take
it.
that part of the stomach and they take all that stuff out and they strain it and mix the season with it and eat it.
I saw that, bro. They eat
Yeah.
everything, brother.
And them
Hey,
Romans.
listen, don't nobody eat like Moab eat, bro.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? That's
And
that.
we're
That's
close like
that.
the pig. They almost like identical to the pig.
Hey, when the rooted, hey, they the truth from the rooted to the tutor.
Yeah. And
Ham
that's
too. Ham do that too. A lot of Hamites.
but hey, but as long as it's in the cow, it's clean though. It's just they wicked. They do everybody. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But that's the rumen though. You're talking about the small rumen and the big rumen. Yeah, you know, I'm in that field, so wicked, man. But 562, that fools become defiled by contact with unclean things. Leviticus 11 and 34.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse number 34. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk, and every such vessel shall be unclean.
Right? And that's letting you know that, man, and you could actually read verse 32 with it as well.
Verse 32. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, doth fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or raiment, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean unto the even. So it shall be cleansed.
So it shall be cleansed, right? So, hey, and you know that anything that dead touches, it's a no-go. It's a no-go, right? So it's unclean. So commandment 563, that anyone who touches the carcass of a beast that died of itself shall be unclean. Leviticus 11 and 39. Y'all have anything?
Nah, I can't.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse number 39. And if any beast of which ye may eat die, he that toucheth the carcass thereof shall be unclean unto the even.
And the reason why you're unclean too, just to clarify, and if anybody got any questions about anything, just put it in the comments and we can answer that question, you know what I'm saying, through the scriptures. But the reason why you're unclean is because we're the children of life. You know what I'm saying? We're the children of the living. So anything undead defiles us, unalive defiles us because we're the living. So it's dead. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, he really stresses we don't want to touch nothing dead. Right? So Leviticus 12 and Commandment 564, that a lying in woman is unclean like a menstruous woman in terms of uncleanness. Leviticus 12, verse 2 through 5.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 12, and verse number 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Salakia, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days. According to the days of the separation for her infirmity, shall she be unclean. And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. And she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 30 days. She shall touch no hollow thing, nor come into the sanctuary, until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. But if she bear a maid child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her separation, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days.
66 days, which would be
66.
66 days, because the score is 20, right? So, yep, twice amount of time as the man, right? So, all praises to the Most High. Commandment 565, that a leper is unclean and defiles. Leviticus 13, verse 2 through 46. That also is Commandment 566, that the leper should be universally recognized as such by the prescribed marks, so too all other unclean persons should declare themselves as such. 567, that a leprous garment is unclean and defiles. And that's all Leviticus chapter 13, 2 through 46.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 13, and verse number 2. When a man shall have in the skin of his flesh a rising, a scab, or a bright spot, and it be in the skin of his flesh, like the plague of leprosy, then he shall be brought unto Aaron, the priest, or unto one of his sons, the priest. And the priest shall look on the plague in the skin of the flesh. And when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague in the sight be deeper than the skin of his flesh, it is a plague of leprosy. And the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean. If the bright spot be white in the skin of his flesh, and in the sight be not deeper than the skin, and the hair thereof be not turned white, then the priest shall shut him up. Salaka, priest shall shut up him that have the plague 7 days. And the priest shall look on him the 7th day. And behold, if the plague in his sight be at a stay, and the plague spread not in the skin, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days more. And the priest shall look on him again the 7th day. And behold, if the plague be somewhat dark, and the plague spread not in the skin, the priest shall pronounce him clean. It is but a scab, and he shall wash his clothes and be clean. But if the scab spread much abroad in the skin, after that he have been seen of the priest for his cleansing, he shall be seen of the priest again. And if the priest see that, behold, the scab spread in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a leprosy. When the plague of leprosy is in a man, then he shall be brought into the priest. And the priest shall see him, and behold, if the rising be white in the skin, and it have turned the hair white, and there be quick raw flesh in the rising, it is an old leprosy in the skin of his flesh, and the priest shall pronounce him unclean, and it shall not shut him up, for he is unclean.
And Salakia King A, and spiritually, that's why Esau is the only one that literally doesn't have any pigmentation, because spiritually he has spiritual leprosy. So that's why you notice why the Most High said that against the nation of Esau, which are the Edomites, because they spiritually are unclean due to what Cain did. That spirit of Cain is in Esau. So I just wanted to bring that out. Go ahead, King.
Verse 12, and if a leprosy break out abroad in the skin, and the leprosy cover all the skin of him that have the plague from his head even to his foot, whatsoever the priest looketh, then the priest shall consider, and behold, if the leprosy have covered all his flesh, he shall pronounce him clean that have the plague. It is all turned white, he is clean. But when raw flesh appear in him, he shall be unclean. And the priest shall see the raw flesh and pronounce him to be unclean. For the raw flesh is unclean. It is a leprosy. Or if the raw flesh turn again and be changed into white, he shall come into the priest. And the priest shall see him, and behold, if the plague be turned unto white, then the priest shall pronounce him clean that have the plague. He is clean. The flesh also, in which even the skin thereof was a boar in his heel, and in the place of the boar there be a white rising, or a bright spot, white, and some white reddish, and it be showed to the priest. And if, when the priest see it, behold, it be in sight lower than the skin, and the hair thereof be turned white, the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a plague of leprosy broken out of the boar. But if the priest look on it, and behold, there be no white hairs therein, and if it be not lower than the skin, but be somewhat dark, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days. And if it spread much abroad in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a plague. But if the bright spot stay in his place and spread not, it is a burning boil. And the priest shall pronounce him clean. Or if there be any flesh in the skin whereof there is a hot burning, and the quick flesh that burneth have a white bright spot, whereof reddish or white, then the priest shall look upon it, and behold, if the hair and the bright spot be turned white, and it be in the sight deeper than the skin, it is a leprosy, broken out of the burning. Wherefore the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is the plague of leprosy. But if the priest look on it, and behold, there be no white hair in the bright spot, and it be no lower than the other skin, but be somewhat dark, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days. And the priest shall look upon him the 7th day, and if it be spread much abroad in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a plague of leprosy. And if the bright spot stay in his place and spread not in the skin, but it be somewhat dark, it is a rising of the burning. And the priest shall pronounce him unclean, for it is an inflammation of the burning. If a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a dry scald, even a leprosy upon the head or beard. And if the priest look on the plague of the scald, and behold, it be not in sight deeper than the skin, and that there is no black hair in it, then the priest shall shut him that have the plague of the scald 7 days. And in the 7th day, the priest shall look on the plague, and behold, if the scald spread not, and there be in it no yellow hair, and the scald be not in sight deeper than the skin, he shall be shaven, but the scald shall he not shave. And the priest shall shut up him that have the scald 7 days more. Verse 34. And in the 7th day, the priest shall look on the scald, and behold, if the scald be not spread in the skin, nor be in sight deeper than the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him clean, and he shall wash his clothes and be clean. But if the scald spread much in the skin after his cleansing, then the priest shall look on him, and behold, if the scald be spread in the skin, the priest shall not seek for yellow. The priest shall not seek for yellow hair, he is unclean. But if the scald be in his sight at stay, and that there is black hair grown up therein, the scald is healed, he is clean, and the priest shall pronounce him clean. If a man also or a woman have in the skin of their flesh bright spots, even white bright spots, then the priest shall look, and behold, if the bright spots in the skin of their flesh be darkish white, it is a freckle spot that groweth in the skin, he is unclean. Verse 40. And the man whose hair is falling off his head, he is bald, yet is he clean. And he that have his hair fallen off from the part of his head towards his face, he is forehead bald, yet he is clean. And if there be in the bald head or bald forehead a white reddish sore, it is a leprosy sprung up in his bald head or his bald forehead. Then the priest shall look upon it, and behold, if the rising of the sore be white reddish in his bald head or in his bald forehead, as the leprosy appeareth in the skin of the flesh, he is a leprous man, he is unclean. The priest shall pronounce him utterly clean. His plague is in his head. And the leper in whom the plague is, his clothes shall be rent, and his head bare, and he shall put a covering upon his upper lip, and shall cry, unclean, unclean. Verse 46. All the days wherein the plague shall be in him, he shall be defiled. He is unclean. He shall dwell alone. Without the camp shall his habitation be.
So, hey, go ahead. Go down to verse 49. Read all the way down to 49.
Verse 47. The garment also that the plague of leprosy is in, whether it be a woolen garment or a linen garment. Verse 48. Whether it be in the wrap or woof or linen or of woolen, whether in a skin or in anything made of skin. And if the plague be greenish or reddish in the garment or the skin or in the skin, either in the wrap or in the woof or in anything of skin, it is a plague of leprosy and shall be showed unto the priest.
Shall be showed unto the priest. So you can't kind of be sneaky like, ooh, I got this little something going on. I ain't gonna let nobody know. You can infect the whole camp, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let it be known, man. Right? So commandment number 569, that a man having a running issue defiles. Leviticus 15:1 through 5, 5 and 70, that the seed of coagulation defiles. Leviticus 5:16. 571, that purification from all kinds of defilement shall be affected by the ceremonial washing. Let's see. We'll start right there. So that's Leviticus chapter 15, verse 1 through 16.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 15, from the very top. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, when any man have a running issue out of his flesh, because of his issue he is unclean. And this shall be his uncleanness and his issue, whether his flesh run with his issue or his flesh be stopped from his issue, it is his uncleanness.
So
Every bed.
And Salaki, and that's talking about a venereal disease, right? I'll get it.
Yeah, get it. Yeah, I was about to tell you, get that, King.
Yeah. Go ahead, keep going, bro.
Verse 4. Every bed whereon he lieth that have the issue is unclean, and everything whereon he sitteth shall be unclean. And whosoever toucheth his bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And he that sitteth on anything whereon he sat that have the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And he that toucheth the flesh of him that have the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And if he that have the issue spit upon him that is unclean, then he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And what saddle soever he rideth upon the hat upon that have the issue shall be unclean. And whosoever touches anything that was under him shall be unclean until the even. And he that buried any of those things shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And whosoever he touches that have the issue and have not rinsed his hands in water, he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And the vessel of earth that he toucheth, which have the issue, shall be broken, and every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in the water. And when he that have an issue is cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself 7 days for his cleansing, and and wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in running water, and shall be clean. And on the 8th day he shall take to him 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, and come before Yahweh into the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and give them unto the priest. And if the priest, Salakia, and the priest shall offer them, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for him before Yahweh for his issue.
Right, and you might as well keep going, because 572 is for the woman, right? And that's 15, 19 through 24. So you might as well read through 24, and then I'll get it for both of them.
Verse 16. And if any man see of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash out his flesh and water. and be unclean until the even. And every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water and be unclean until the even. The woman also with the woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until the even. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days. And whatsoever toucheth her shall be unclean unto the even. And everything that she lieth upon and her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And whosoever touches anything that she set upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And if it be on her bed or on anything wherein she sitteth, when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean until the even. And if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean.
Shall be unclean, right? So I'm gonna pull up the Strong's, right? It's a few things we're gonna deal with, right? So the first one will be, I'll go back out so y'all can see it. The first one will be the running issue, right? That running issue.
Strong's H 2100. Zuv. Zuv.
Zuv, right? So to flow, gush, issue, discharge, to flow, gush, to pine away, to flow of issue from woman, man, and issue, a flux, flowing particle, right? So go down to the definition, to the lexicon, right? And it says to flow properly use the water, Psalm 78. It is also often used in a female catamenia, right? Leviticus 15:25, or of seminal emission or gonorrhea of males. So it means a male having a sexual transmitted disease, right? So that goes into that, right?
Hey, King, you sure it's not talking about blood? If I get a paper cut, King, I'm unclean.
No, right? Hey, and then we're gonna go to the woman. We'll actually go to the man again. 16, the seed of cooperation. Deal with that one.
I wish that word, King, because I'd have read that before. I'd never looked that word up.
Well, copulation?
Yeah.
Copulation means you guys coming together.
Okay, God.
Seed of cooperation means, the grown up doing the grown up. Seed.
Strong's H 2233. Zerah. Zerah.
So zera, right? It means seed, sowing, offspring, right? A sowing seed, the semen viral, offspring, descendants, posterity, children of moral quality, the practitioner of righteousness, sowing time, right? So it's basically when you get ready to lay down, So that seed right there would be, you have to take a night off, right? So you're in the cooperation, you got to take a night off. So if you at nighttime, then you have to go to the very next nighttime. But if you go right before nighttime, then you just cleanse yourself and you'll be clean after the nighttime. So and then it tells you that every garment and every skin whereon the seed of cooperation shall be washed with water and be clean unto evening. So that means if you get on your clothes, you gotta wash your clothes. If you get it on the sheets, then it's unclean to the evening. The bed, unclean, right? So now we just deal with the women, which is the flower. issue in their flesh be blood. 18 and 18. Dom,
Strong's H 1818. Dom.
Dom, which is blood. Flat out, and ain't wine, so it's blood. So when they're in that time of that, they have to be separated for 7 days. And if you sit upon her bed, anything also that she sit upon, she'll be unclean. So you probably want to have like a towel or something, so that way, if she sit on that chair, she can take it up, and then that chair won't be unclean. Whosoever touches her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until evening. Whosoever touches anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until evening. If it be her bed or anything where she sitteth, he touches, he shall be unclean. If a man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days. And there's also a different scenario. Say like you knew she was on her thing, and you kind of wanted to still do it, right? Let's go to Leviticus 20. That's kind of off. We don't do that in Israel, right? I think it's 20 and like 18. Yeah. Right? It's the book of Leviticus 20 and 18. If a man shall lie with a woman having her sickness and shall uncover her nakedness, he have uncovered her fountain, which will be that flower, and she have uncovered the fountain of her blood, and both of them shall be cut off from among their people. So Israel, we don't do that. That's wicked. We don't. Flower time is a no-no. I just want to bring that up. It's a no-no, man. So commandment number, we're going to finish this section. Commandment number 574, to carry out the ordinances of the red heifer so that its ashes will always be available. Numbers 19 and 19. Commandment number 575, that a corpse defiles. 19 verse 11 through 16. And 576, that the waters of separation defile one who is clean and cleanse the unclean from population by a dead body. Numbers 19 and 19 to 22. So Numbers 19 and 9, the red heifer.
Start at verse 9.
Yeah, Numbers 19 and 9. Yep. And then read down through 22.
Is the book of Numbers, chapter 19 and verse 9. And a man that is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer and lay them up without the camp in a clean place. And it shall be kept for the congregation of the children of Israel for a water of separation. It is a purification for sin. And he that gathereth the ashes of the heifer shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. And it shall be unto the children of Israel and unto the stranger that sojourneth among them for a statute forever. He that touches the dead body of any man shall be unclean 7 days.
So that goes into funerals. If you go to the funeral, even though somebody be like, well, I didn't touch the body, but I'm pretty sure somebody in there touched the body. So if somebody in there touched the body and touched you, that would make you unclean for 7 days. So like I teach the brother in our family, hey, if you go to a funeral, just count yourself unclean for 7 days.
Even when, because it says the tent, when you go inside the tent, you unclean. Yeah. So even if in this facility, you still unclean. And
absolutely. So calm, bro. So you might as well, because when you go down, it's going to talk about the tent. But go ahead, you got it, King.
Verse 12, he shall purify himself with it on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day he shall be clean. But if he purify not himself the 3rd day, then the 7th day he shall not be clean. Whosoever touches the dead body of any man that is dead, and purify not himself, defileth the tabernacle of Yahweh, and that soul shall be cut off from Israel, because the water of separation was not sprinkled upon him. He shall be unclean. His uncleanness is yet upon him. This is the law. When a man dieth in a tent, all that come into the tent and all that is in the tent shall be unclean 7 days. And every open vessel which have no covering bound upon it is unclean. And whosoever toucheth one that is slain with a sword in the open fields, or a dead body, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days. And for an unclean person, they shall take of the ashes of the burnt heifer of purification for sin, and running water shall be put thereto in a vessel. And a clean person shall take hyssop and dip it in the water and sprinkle it upon the tent and upon all the vessels and upon the persons that were there, and upon him that toucheth a bone, or one slain, or one dead, or a grave. And the clean person shall sprinkle upon the unclean on the 3rd day, and on the 17th day, on the 7th day, and on the 7th day he shall purify himself and wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and shall be clean at even.
Right.
But the man,
No, you got it. I'm sorry.
But the man that shall be unclean and shall not purify himself, that soul shall be cut off from among the congregation, because he have defiled the sanctuary of Yahweh. The water of separation have not been sprinkled upon him. He is unclean. And it shall be a perpetual statute unto them, that he that sprinkled the water of separation shall wash his clothes, and he that toucheth the water of separation shall be unclean until even. And whatsoever the unclean person toucheth shall be unclean, and the soul that toucheth it shall be unclean until even.
Until even, man. So all praises to the Most High, man. So, hey, the Most High is all about, being clean and being righteous, man. Right? So all praises to the Most High, man, for another great Shabbat. Y'all got a closing precept?
Fine.
Get our closing precepts. And then we'll let everybody get their Shabbat back. Most High willing. Everybody tune in next week, hey, and get more ways to be righteous for the Most High, man. Right? So, let's see. I'll start mine. Joshua, book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 6. The book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 6. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Right? So, hey, all praises to the Most High, man. He teaches us how to have good success according to the scriptures, man. It's keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. And I yield.
Mighty precept, King. All the time. And can I get Baruch 3 and 8? Get the classic out.
Book of Baruch, chapter 3, starting at verse 8. And it reads, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
So we are yet this day in our captivity. We what is scripture in Lamentation 4:17, I think? We looking for a nation that cannot save us. It's somewhere in Lamentation, but you can't look forward to this place saving you, man. This is not our rest, But we are in captivity, whether you believe it, accept it or not. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to get out of this captivity is to keep the law, statute, commandment. Don't do what our forefathers did, depart from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He said, cleave unto him in the time of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we in a time of trouble. Great travail is coming. Jacob trouble is on the rise. Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So keep all 613 commandments to the best of your abilities and live. And I yield.
My closing precept will be the classic Deuteronomy 10 and verse number 12. And now, Israel, what do the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, right? To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good, right? So, hey, this is what the Most High God requiring of us, to love him, to walk in all his ways, right? To fear him, right? To serve him, and to keep the commandments of the Lord, his statutes, which he have commanded us for our good. So, this is what we're supposed to be doing, man. I yield with that.
Honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by Shema Mashem Shai. And we pray that everybody got a commandment that, may help them on their walk, to keep them out of sin, maybe bringing them righteously to the Most High and get them one closer to their step. So with that being said, my name is Ariah.
Brother Jeremiah.
Brother the Tazwan.
Brother Jeremiah, man. Hey.
Brother Jeremiah, I'm sorry. I thought I said.
Yeah, Khan. With that being said, call me Asherala, and what you want me to do, Tazwan?
Push the damn button.
Hey, push the button, man.
Push that button, man.
Hey, Shalom, Yasharala.
Shalom, Yasharala.
Shalom.